Take out the papers and the trash, or you don't get no spending cash. If you don't scrub that kitchen floor, you ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety yak.
Don't talk back.
Just finish cleaning up your room. Let's see that dust with that broom.
So one thing that naturally goes along with the development of a child is to look at different parenting styles, because the development of a child is largely influenced by the parenting style of a caregiver. There's 4 types of parenting styles, and they all have varying effects on the child's cognitive, emotional, and social development. And when you're distinguishing between the 4 different types of parenting styles, psychologists look at the behaviors and attitudes of parents, and they measure them in 2 dimensions. The first thing they look at is how demanding is the parent. What expectations does the parent set for the child? Do they set any expectations at all? The next thing that psychologists would look at in determining a parenting style is responsiveness. How responsive is that parent to the needs, the emotions, the feelings, the complaints even of that child? Does the child have any input in the parent-child relationship or not? Those are all issues that go into responsiveness. When psychologists observe the different behaviors and attitudes that comprise a parenting style, they plot their findings on a graph like this, which basically just shows how demanding a parent is and how responsive a parent is. So the 4 classifications for parents based on how responsive and how demanding they are towards their child are authoritarian, democratic, neglectful, and permissive. Democratic is sometimes referred to as authoritative, and neglectful is sometimes referred to as passive. Parents who are classified as demanding but not responsive are known as authoritarian parents. In these relationships, parents are the bosses. They feel no need to explain their actions or demands to a child, and they also feel that a child has no right to question the decisions of a parent. If a parent is seen as both responsive and demanding, then that parent is labeled as a democratic parent, which is also sometimes referred to as an authoritative parent. In this relationship, children participate in decisions affecting their life, but parents have the final say. Also, parents listen to children's reasons and complaints and try to explain their reasons for their rules and expectations. Permissive parents are parents who are labeled as responsive but not demanding. In these child-parent relationships, children have decision-making power, and there are few or relaxed rules about behavior with no expectations or demands. Parents are still interested and engaged in the child's life. Lastly, if a parent is seen as neither responsive nor demanding, they're referred to as a neglectful parent, which is also sometimes called passive parenting. This parent seems uncommitted to their role as a parent and also appears distant from their child or children. This parent has few expectations and a limited interest in the child's life. Briefly look over this chart. You don't need to copy it down, you'll get a copy in class, but it does show a very important aspect of developmental psychology, which is the idea that the parenting style of a caregiver has a strong effect on the development of the child. Each of our 4 parenting types are shown here, as well as the child development patterns that are associated with that parenting style. This chart also shows the connection between parenting style and child development. Look it over. How would you classify your parents? Can you identify your relationship with your parents on this chart? Think about it for class tomorrow.